Awesome. All right, my name is Jenny and you're in Pilates, and let's go ahead and get warmed up. All right, roll those shoulders back. Good, we're gonna do just a few roll-ups, not walkouts, just roll-ups. So inhale and reach up. Exhale, fold over. Good, and roll it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Roll it, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Roll up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Roll up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, reach. This time, exhale, fold. If you want, walk it out. Good. Hold your plank for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Walk it back in. Roll it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Walk it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to tap your left knee down and lift. Right knee, left knee, and right knee. Walk it back in and roll it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Walk it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your plank. Good. Just 4, almost like slow mountain climbers. So knee comes in and back, in and back, in and back, in and back. Good. Walk it in. Good. And roll it up. Nice. Good. Go ahead and come wide. Take your feet nice and wide, heels in, toes out. And then you're going to reach over and then pull your elbow back, really pulling that shoulder back. Good. Reach over, pull back. Reach over, pull back. Reach, pull back. Reach and pull back. Other side. Here we go. Reach, pull back. Reach, pull back. Reach, pull back. One more. Reach and pull back. Good. Turn your toes to face the long edge of your mat. Hands on your waist. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinging from your hips just halfway. Good. And then bring it back up. Nice. Here we go. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinging halfway. And then bring it back up. Good. Again, hinging halfway. Make sure you're breathing. And then bring it back up. Good. Going again. And then bring it back up. Nice. If you bend over here and you can't touch the ground, you might come near a couch. Just really simple, just like this, so you have something to put your hands on. Yeah. Let me turn my music down. There. All right. So hinging down, finding the couch or the floor. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, chest comes up, straighten your legs, head comes down. Good. Bending your knees and letting your head fall down. Just releasing your neck, also getting into your back, those hips. Good. A few more. Remember, breathe while you're going. And last one. And bring it back up. Good. Walk your hands onto your legs. And standing all the way back up. Nice. We're going to go ahead and come on to the ground. Just continue to stretch and warm up at the same time. So sitting down, roll your shoulders back. Finding a boat with your feet on the ground. Yes, roll your shoulders back. You can lift your heels up. I have my heels just hovering up off the ground for a little extra challenge. And whenever you're ready, slow pulses back. Little pulses, I guess. You don't have to be slow. Little pulses back. Good. Breathe. Good. Then sit up nice and tall. Taking a few just cat-cows here. You can bring your knees nice and wide, soles of your feet together. Inhale as you pull your chest through. Exhale as you round that spine. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, pull your chest through. Exhale, round your spine. And sitting nice and tall, pull your chest through. And then round your spine. Good, one more. Nice and tall. And round through. Excellent. Go ahead and bring those legs back together. Roll your shoulders back. Good. And then you're going to keep your left foot on the ground. Just going to work with that right leg. So you're going to bring your knee in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Good. Put that foot on the ground. Take the other one up. Here we go. In and out. Just warming up. Should be decently easy. Good. 3 and 4. Awesome. Other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch. If you need to, you can put your hands back here. Yes. If you don't, though, don't use them. 3 and 4. Good. Excellent. Go ahead and take whatever leg is your back leg. For me, it's my left. It's probably going to be your right if you're mirroring me. And then bring this leg to the inside. Yes. For one, let's square off our hips. Flex that foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, reaching over, get a nice stretch here. Enjoy, breathe. Good, nice deep breath. Good. And then come on up, and then you're going to open yourself up more to the side. Yes, so that your chest is more open to the side. And then flex that foot, reaching up and over. Good. And then bring that hand behind you. Okay, so 2 options here. For one, point your toes. And then you can press into this knee and lift up off the ground, or you can stay on the ground. So if you stay on the ground, you're just going to bend into this elbow so that you're not up by your ear. Yeah, bend into your elbow and get a nice side stretch here. Or you can lift up. Pressing into that knee is going to be how you get up here. Yeah. Cool. Bring your hips right down, flex your foot, reach up and over. And then point your toe, reach in the other direction. Good, and back down. Here we go. A little bit faster. Reaching over, really stretch. And then reaching the other way. Big stretch. Pull your hips through. Good. Take it down, reach over. And then take it back, reach through. Good, back down. Reaching over. Last one, point your toe and reach through. Sweet. And then from there, taking your legs nice and wide. Good, and stretch it out. Lots of stretch today in the first half. Just normally comes in the second half. But here we are. Just get nice and limber for some of these things. So enjoy, hopefully. All right, and then bring it back up. Take your other leg in, and then this time, remember, you're going to face that leg. Yes, first you face it. Inhale, reach up, flex your foot, and exhale over. Nice deep stretch. Breathe. Good, and then come on up, and then opening yourself up to the side, still flexing that foot, reaching up and over, chest is open to the side. So you can even use this bottom arm to press into your leg, maybe get you a little more open to the side. Also use your hand, if your elbow's not quite there. Good, and then bring that hand behind you, point your toe member option. You can always be right here on the ground. This is still a good stretch, great stretch. Or press into this knee and lift up. And then bring it back down. Flex your foot, stretching the other way. Good. And behind you. Stretch the other way. Nice. Just a little faster. Flex your foot, reach. And then reach behind you. And then bring it back down. And another way. Good. And back down. Excellent. All right. Hopefully you're all, within reason, decently stretched out. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to start back on that first side. We're going to find a nice little side plank. So it's going to look a lot like what we just did, right? This thing. But from here, so bring your hand underneath your shoulder. Instead of being a little further out, go ahead and bring it straight underneath your shoulder. And you want to make sure this foot is planted to some degree. So if you need to bend your knee in order to get your foot flat on the ground, that's fine. My foot's at a little bit of an angle. It's not going straight out, right? Alrighty. And then pressing up. So nice side plank here. Arm can be up, overhead, right here, whatever you want, okay? So just wanting to get this hand under your shoulder for one. And then we're going to lift this bottom leg up off the ground. Ready? So you're going to tap your knee and back down, tap and down. You don't have to put weight on it when you tap down if you don't want to. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and good. Placing that knee down on the ground. Go ahead and lower. Sweet. All right, we're gonna just lower, go up and down. Words are not here right now. All righty. So whenever you're ready, reaching up and then back down. Yes, you can do this from full plank as well. You have 10 of them. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6. Keep going. Just gonna check things out. Good. Should be on 9. Awesome. And 10. Perfect. Hopefully you're getting a little warmer. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch. Give this hand a break. We didn't do a lot of hand exercises, my bad. But your hips should be working. Yeah? Alrighty. So go ahead and bring your foot somewhere where you can place it on the ground. Hand is underneath your shoulder, nice and tight. And then go ahead and lift up. Maybe hand comes here. That's I think where my hand was last time. But it's up to you. Right here, boom, boom. Lifting your bottom knee. Here we go. Tap and lower. 2 and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Try to keep your chest open to the side. 10. Good. Bring it down. And then remember, you can go from full plank here. We're just going up and down. Or you can go from modified. Yes. Here we go. 10. Good. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good. Bring it down. Excellent. Woo. Alrighty. That was fun. Good times. Yes. Let's go ahead and flip on over, finding our tabletop here. And then go ahead and turn one hand around. Yeah. Leave it there and just finding a cat-cow. Inhale, let your belly drop for cow pose. Exhale, cat. One more inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Good. Flip your hand back around. Flip the other one around. Here we go. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale for cat. Good. Bring it back around, flip that hand back around, tuck your toes under or sit on your feet, however you want. This just gets you a nice toe stretch. So you can make sure all those toes are pulled out so that you can really stretch through them. It's going to be kind of intense. So if you need to kind of like back off, you just lean forward. Good. Take your hands, spread your fingers nice and wide, really high. Spread those fingers really wide and then squeeze your fist really tight. Spread your fingers really wide. Squeeze your fist really tight. And then going with that same intensity, as intense as you can, or as fast as you can. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let it go. Shake out your hands, feet. Alrighty. And then we're just going to warm up those shoulders just a little bit more. We definitely got our hips earlier, but we're going to work into our upper body, our arms and our hands. So bringing your elbows on the ground. You can have your hands flat, or you can grab your fist. It's up to you. And you're just going to find a nice little plank here. Feel free to hold just a modified plank or regular plank. We're going to do 10 rock back and forth. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those knees down. Maybe take them wide. Find a child's pose. You can also leave your knees right underneath you. Stretch it out. Awesome. Coming on back up to your hands. We're going to do our bird dog reaches. So spread your fingers nice and wide, and then let your chest sink between your hands, and then press your chest away from the ground. And then also same thing with your core. See if you can bring it in just a little bit more, just engaging everything so we take some of that weight out of our hands. Cool. That's the whole point. Also, work your core. So whenever you're ready, you're going to take your left leg back and that right arm out. You can stay right here. You can also stay with just your leg out, okay? But you can maybe just stay right here and work on your stability. If this is really challenging, it's a good place to be. All right, inhale. Exhale, maybe knee to elbow. Good. Inhale, extend, and then bend your knee, reach around, tap your foot. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Reach around, tap your foot. Good. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Reach around. Good. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, reach around. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale, really curl. Inhale. Reach around. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, this time reach around. Maybe grab your foot if you were finding you could tap it. This is where it gets real tricky on the balance, but I believe in you. If you need to, just take your hand a little bit wider on your mat and a little more stability. Otherwise, kick that foot into your hands. You stretch out your shoulder and your quad. Good. Breathe. Good. Release. And then placing that hand back down, knee back down. Maybe get off your hands for a moment. Just roll out that wrist, especially on that left hand, or whatever hand was your steady hand. Sweet. Alrighty, and coming back in. Taking it to the other side. So again, maybe you start with just that right leg back. Maybe you add the left arm and you stay here. You're going to be holding it for quite a while, so it's going to be good just being here if that's where you're at today. Good. Otherwise, take an inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, really round through. Inhale, extend. Bend your knee, reach back, tap that toe. Inhale. Exhale, round through. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Round through. Inhale. Reach back. You got this. Inhale. And curl. Inhale. Reach back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach around, grabbing that foot if you can. Opening up your shoulder, opening up your quad. If you can't reach your foot, you can also just bend and reach back. Still opening up your shoulder here quite a bit. Breathe. And then release. And bring it down. Good. Take a moment, get off your hands. Cool. Alrighty. So this next one is kind of fun, depending on your definition of fun, right? Always. Alrighty. You're going to go ahead and tuck your toes under and come on up to those toes. So an option here is that you just work in and out of, or you work into toe stand. Cool. So you can always just be right here. Maybe, you're trying to take your hands up off the ground, maybe get them at your heart. And maybe this is like the super challenge for you today. Like you could just stay here in this spot and challenge yourself on balance the whole time. And it's still gonna get you some goodness, yeah? Otherwise, we're gonna play just a little bit. So nothing too crazy. You're just gonna walk yourself out, take your knees down, okay? And then hands are underneath you. We're in tabletop, no big deal, right? Alrighty, well, here's where it becomes a big deal. You probably won't need a mat under your knees unless you intend to put your knees on the ground, but maybe do all this with your knees off the ground, which means hover in your tabletop, okay? And you can also go back and forth between balance and hovering. You don't have to move at the pace I'm gonna go. But here we are hovering. We're gonna walk it back, sit on our heels, trying to get our hands off the ground and sit up tall. And then we're gonna just walk ourselves out into our hover. My knees never touch the ground. And then I'm walking it back in. Cool. Okay, if you're like, my knees do not appreciate this much bend, you can sit on your butt and do some abs. We'll meet you there pretty soon. So just if you're really like your knees are not liking all of this movement, please just turn around, do some crunches, get some stuff done while we're doing this one. All right. Whenever you're ready, walk it out, hold your hover, and then walk it back in. Hands come off the ground maybe. And then walk it out for your hover. And then walk it back in. Good. And you just challenge yourself. Once you find a nice little pause, then you move to the next one, yeah? So if it takes you longer to find your balance, then you're not gonna walk out as fast, right? Like if I'm here and it's like, okay, hold on. So make sure you get here first before you move again. So if you can do it really fast, right? Then that's fine. But if it's gonna take you a little bit longer, just make sure you get that nice pause in each place so your muscles really feel that engagement. Make sure you're breathing still. Trying to sit up a little taller each time. Good, give me one more. Good, good, bring your knees down. Bring your hands down. Woo, untuck your toes. Maybe kind of shake out those feet. Awesome. And then from your tabletop, go ahead and take one foot back, tuck your toes on the ground, just rocking forward and back, working through your foot, through your calf. And then pressing back in for a calf stretch. Good, bring that knee down, switch it out, other side, rocking forward and back. Whenever you're ready, pressing back through that heel. Good, bring it down, roll it over. Told you we meet you here pretty soon, right? Alrighty, go ahead and sit on up if you were laying down doing other things. Sorry to ruin your fun, but we're gonna do more fun. Alrighty, flex your feet, inhale, reach up. Exhale over, double leg stretch. Nice, breathe. Chill. Cool, we're gonna just do a classic roll up. We did reverse, what do you call it, reverse crunches last week. So this week we're gonna have just a nice classic roll up. So whenever you're ready, reach forward and then sit up nice and tall and rolling down, vertebrae over vertebrae, reach overhead, inhale. And as you exhale, chin to chest, rolling on up, maybe even reach tall, flex your feet, and then reach over. Good, plug those shoulders back in. So instead of being here, plug those shoulders back into your back, point your toes, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae with control. Inhale as you reach up and over, nice big full body stretch. And then turn to chest. Maybe reach tall, and then over those legs. Good, make sure you can see your face, point your toes, here we go. Nice and slow, inhale. Don't heave ho, exhale, use your core. Flex your feet, reach tall, and over. Good, hands down nice and tall, point those toes. Nice slow descent. Good, and reach, inhale. And as you exhale, nice slow ascent. Good, flex your feet, reach tall, and over. Good, again, here we go. Sit up tall, point your toes. Rolling it down. And reach over. And as you come up, chin to chest, try to keep those heels on the ground, flex. Reach and reach. Good. Again, sit tall, point those toes. Nice. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale, come back. And take it down. And reach. Good. Bring it back up. Flex your feet. And reach over. Excellent. Coming onto your elbows. So remember, if you don't like being on your elbows, you can also do all of this from your back. Yes? And you just want to curl your chin to your chest to get that extra engagement. If you're on your elbows, don't sink in. Pull your chest up, head up. Sweet. Alrighty. And then from here, I'm going to just lift those legs up off the ground. Get them as high as you can. Take them at a little bit of an angle here if you need to. Otherwise, take them straight up. Good. And dropping one at a time. Here we go. Down and lift. Down and lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bend your knees. Toes are going to still hover. Here we go. Open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Leave your legs open, and then toes are going to extend. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, belly button in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Toes come together, knees come together, legs come up, both at the same time, or you can stick to the single leg. Here we go. Down and lift. Good. 2, and lift. 3, and you're just going to 10. 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Ooh, bend your knees, roll down, like those knees into your chest, or you can just place your hands on your knees. Whatever works for you, rocking side to side. Good. Awesome. Sweet. Alrighty. And then hate to break it to you, but we're gonna roll up. So hands behind your legs, simply roll up. We're not rolling back and forth. So if you get a little dizzy, no worries. We're not doing it ad nauseum. Alrighty. Go ahead and snuggle yourself up to one side of your mat, one long side. Yes. And then you're just we're coming in for 90-90. I promise you we can do. Alrighty. So this leg is going straight on, just lining this thigh up at the side of your mat. Eyeballing it, lining your shin up at the top of your mat. And then as best you can, taking your other leg back at a 90-degree angle. So it's going like straight out from my hip. You just can't see it. And same thing, my other shin is lining up with the long edge of my mat on the other side. From here, try to sit up nice and tall. Yes, maybe you found both sides of your bum, maybe not. I'm not quite there today, but I'm close. So you can have your hands off, or you can have your hand here for a little bit of support. That's totally fine. Okay, sit up nice and tall. This is a stretch in and of itself. Yes. Cool. And if your leg's like way up here, no worries. Just, we're going to sit up a little taller, maybe press it down. Good. And then you're going to slowly fold over in your 90-90. Good. Go ahead and bring it on up. Good. Sit nice and tall. This one you might want to put your hands on the ground for, not going to lie. We're going to just lift this back foot up off the ground. No big deal, right? All right, here we go. Lift and lower. So make sure you try not to flop it down. Still lowering slowly. Good. Lift. Lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flexing it will make it more intense. 9 and 10. Good. All right. Turn yourself around, other side. Just slowly turn yourself around. Set yourself up, other side. Okay, so if it didn't quite work out, just make any adjustments. Sitting up a little taller. All right. Again, hands can be off or on the ground to support you. Might even press into your hand just to get yourself a little more taller and a bigger stretch here, or let gravity do work. Yeah. Good. Breathe. Enjoy this little moment of stillness, before it gets crazy again, right? All right, Anna, whenever you're ready, folding over that leg, breathe. Good, bring it back up. Sweet, alrighty, you ready? So remember, flexing that back foot is gonna make it higher, or you can point it, okay? Try not to let it flop down. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower, as high as it'll go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got this one more. 10. Sweet. Alrighty, here we go. Would not be complete without full 90-90 movement here. So now all that matters is that your thighs are in the 90-90. Yeah. So you can suck those feet in. That'll give you a little bit more leverage. If you really can want to, you can always leave your feet in 90-90 as well. All right. So again, you can use the ground, rotate yourself back around. I'm just gonna switch my 90-90 so that I'm opening up towards you. Q. All right. So again, you can use your hands. So you rotate around. Okay. Or you cannot use your hands. Yes, maybe even stack. Hands on your shoulders. This is my favorite way to go. You just want to try as hard as you can not to do this. Not to do this. It might happen the first few times as you figure it out, but eventually you want to sit up nice and tall. Yeah. And then take it around. Okay. Whenever you're ready, start moving. You will probably walk off your mat. Totally normal. Core is engaged. And next time you're back to the first side, you get to chill there. Maybe walk yourself back knowing you're gonna walk off. Alrighty, and the last layer of your 90-90 series, you can stay there and just do the back and forth. Remember, this totally fine. If this is where you're at today, that's where you're at today. If you want, again, use your hands or not. Sometimes this backhand, sneak it in to get yourself up, okay? And then slow descent. Don't just jam back down. Take it around to the other side. Yes. And then up. Cool? All right, here we go. Moving at your own pace. Remember, you can add the lift or not. You can also use your hands. No shame in that game. Slow descent. I want you to really think about the slow descent. You think about like getting up, but what if we focus on nice and slow? Definitely try not to heave ho. If you need some momentum, you can use it. Otherwise, try to just use those awesome muscles you have. A lot of hips and butt in this. Yeah. Especially if you do like a lot of running or walking. Definitely want to build those muscles. Really just life. Especially because we sit on them all the time. Strengthen these bad boys. Good. Next time you get it back around to the first side, you're good to go. Nice. All right. Release your hands. Good. And then everyone, just bring those hands behind you. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Don't put them here. Bring them a little wider. And just let those knees fall to one side. Good stretch. If your knees don't go all the way down, that's fine. And then take it to the other side. Good. Breathe into it. Good. Bring it back. All right, we do have a little bit of side plank series to go before we get up off the ground. Yeah. It's never over, remember. Okay, so you can be on your elbow or on your hand. I'm going to be on my hand. It's going to make it harder. Got it? Okay. Same thing with that foot setup, finding our side plank option here. So even here, I'm like, my hand is definitely not under my shoulder. Just going to move that in. Okay, open up your chest, really plant through this foot. Arm can be here or stay here. Mine's gonna stay on my hip. So an option, we stick with what we did earlier, where you literally are just raising and lowering. And you can put your knee down or just hover, tap it down. Yeah. Other option is that you take this leg out long, flex your foot, and you're going to raise it up and down. Good. Third option is that you kick it out and then bring it down. I'm going to take the third option just because it sounds like fun. Okay. So you do whatever option sounds most appealing to you. All right. You got 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, holy cow, 6, 5, 4, 3, regret kicks in, 2, and 1. Oh man, that was fun. Yeah, fun. That's the word we're going to use for that. Yeah, okay. Shake out your hand. Don't worry, we'll stretch your hand a little bit here at the end. Spread your fingers, press into your fingertips and your knuckles. It's going to help take some of that weight out of your wrist. Okay. Make sure you sit it upright. Don't be in such a hurry. Elbow, shoulder over wrist. Elbows also over your wrist. All right, having this foot flat on the ground. If you need to, stay here the whole time. Maybe you just like trying to hover this knee up off the ground and you still have your toes on the ground. It's a good like middle option. All righty. Or whatever other crazy option you're taking today. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to keep your chest open on this side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy cow. Yikes. All right. Roll those shoulders out. You got one more thing on your hands, then we're going to get off your hands. We're doing push-ups, so if you need to make them easier, use your knees or even the edge of your couch. Yeah, so what do I mean by that? Like, if you don't know, this is a good way to make it easier. You can be on your knees here, okay? Or on your toes here. That's going to give you another level without being on the ground. The ground's the hardest. So we're going to have 4. And then we're going to go slow down for 1 and slow back up. So like 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes? All right. Singles won't be that fast though. Here we go. All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slow it down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set just like that. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow back up. 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Let those knees come down. Ooh. Work through those shoulders. Work through your neck a little bit. Side to side. Awesome. All right. Then tuck your toes under, finding a nice little forward fold. If you get dizzy, just be right here. Yes, have your hands at the top of your thighs. Still getting a good stretch. Good. 3. Awesome. Roll it all the way up. Sweet. Just wanted to get you off your knees if that's, like we discussed earlier, not your favorite place to be. So let's go ahead and just stretch out our hands before we jump into a balance. So fingertips back towards you. That didn't really help you. Yes, fingertips back towards you. Flip your hand the other way. So the back of your hand. Really gentle stretch here. Roll out that wrist. Okay, fingertips back towards you. Good, and switcheroo. Good, all right. You're going to stretch into your shoulders. So this is, let me show you what we're going to do. Hands are come together and we're going to fold over, really work into your shoulders. So if when you do this, your hands are typically right here, just run and grab that kitchen towel and use it, okay? Or bathroom towel or whatever. Hopefully you have a towel in your bathroom. Not saying, I'm just saying, okay? Unless you're like a paper towel person, then I still have words for you. But grab that towel. If your arms are not going to go overhead so we can get them closer to do so. Yeah, so if you grabbed your towel, just going to grab it. Nice. Wad it up so no one gets mad at you if you rip it because you're a Hulk. And whenever you're ready, folding over. Just trying to get those arms overhead. Stretch it out. And then release. Don't slingshot, just release down. And then come back up. Yeah, it's kind of opening up our shoulders here. We had like a belt or something, but I'm not going to make you run because I didn't mention it earlier. But I want you to try to do these whenever you leave me today. Yes, you're going to take your belt, super big belt. Okay, and you're going to go back and forth. Yeah, so that belt's going to go overhead as you rotate those shoulders. This is a really good way to open up our chest. We spend a lot of time like this. Okay, really good way to open up our chest. Get that shoulder mobility so you're not like doing something and then you kill it, right? So get that mobility working in and I'll be better for it. Alrighty, working in for our balance. Here we go. To begin with, we're just going to lift our legs up. Super simple. We do this in the warm-up sometimes. This thing. So it's going to get us warm as well. But also you're trying not to rock side to side. Remember, try not to do this. Trying to keep this all engaged and just move those legs. So whenever you're ready, picking your feet up, you can articulate through your toes by pointing your toes as you lift those legs up. Good. Try to keep your gaze steady. So you're like, how do I know if I'm swaying side to side if I can't see myself? Find something out in front of you. And if you can kind of feel yourself moving side to side. Okay. Try to be really nice and steady. It also will help you be more steady. A little bit of movement will happen, but try to keep it at a minimum. Yeah. Good, and let that go. You can get an extra one. I don't know if that was even. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to try is hand to big toe pose. We did enough toe touches that you should know by now if this is going to work for you or not. Okay. If you want to work into some of these poses, feel free to hold on to a ledge. Okay. You know, you just don't want to have like a death grip on said ledge, right? Because you still want to work into your balance. So bring your knee up for starters. And then you can just hold this leg. You can not hold your leg at all. But you're going to take your opposite hand to the outside edge of your foot. This is hand to big toe pose. You can take your peace fingers around your big toe, but I think it's better to hold on the outside edge. Okay, and maybe you just work here. Keep this leg up, and then you're going to take your opposite hand back. Okay, so this is like, it's pretty crazy as is. If you want to be more crazy, you're just going to extend that leg long. And if you're like, heck no on all of that, take your hand to the outside of your leg, find a nice open twist. This should feel really nice and supported and also still be challenging. And also extend that leg out. Cool. All right, let it go. Do we all try something? I believe in you. All righty. Other side. So just, you know, you can sit here and hold tree while I demo the 50 billion things, or you can try them out as I demo them. Level 1, you bring this leg up, hand on the outside, open up. Looking good, feeling good, life is great. Play with your gaze to make it more challenging. You can also extend this leg out. This is really going to fire up your quad, especially if you try to get this leg parallel with your hip. Okay, and then the last option, you're here, you're holding your foot. Maybe you just stay here today. Maybe you extend that leg out. Find yours. And whenever you're ready, moving out as gracefully as humanly possible. Awesome. Go ahead and take those feet nice and wide. This time we're going to bend. Don't stretch back though, just stretch. Good. Bend both knees, hands come around, stretching your shoulder. Good. Straighten that leg, reach up and over. Good. Hand comes down, stretch your other shoulder. Nice. Straighten those legs, roll on up. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, let's fix your posture. Just last thing, I swear. Feet are underneath your hips. Roll those shoulders back. Yes, collarbones are lifted, shoulders are down. You're not dumping your bum out, you're tucking your tailbone under, ribs are in, shoulders think about your fingertips really pulling down. Cool, should feel really sturdy right now, pressing on all four corners of your feet. Now the key is from here to not walk like a zombie as you walk the length of your mat or out in front of you, don't have to walk the length of your mat. But can you keep this posture and walk normally? Give it a go. This is your last thing. Take a deep breath while you're at it. Backwards, so forward. Good. Do one more walking forward. Try to use your whole foot. Notice if you go to the outside or the inside. Nice. Alrighty. Hopefully that gave you something posture-wise to work on, whether that's your feet are always on the outside, or maybe you just start moving with your shoulders down, or you just stick your bum out when you start walking. Hopefully give you a little something to work on. All right, inhale. Exhale. Wonderful job today, and I hope that you feel nice and warm on this cool day. And I'll see you next week.